Good morning, students. In today's class, we will do some numericals based on the topic concentration and solubility. These topics we have discussed in the previous video also. So, now we are going to discuss the numericals based on this. So, the first question is to make the saturated solution 72 grams of sodium chloride is dissolved in 200 grams of water at 20 degrees Celsius. Find its concentration at the same temperature. That means we have to prepare a saturated solution and 72 grams of sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is NaCl, that is the common salt. So 72 grams of NaCl is dissolved in 200 grams of water at 20 degrees Celsius. Now the mass of the solute, that is NaCl, is equal to 72 grams. Mass of solvent, that is water, has been provided in the question, equal to 200 grams. As we have to find out the concentration of the solution, which has a formula mass of solute upon mass of solution into 100. So in this formula we require the mass of solute and solution. But as per the question, we have been provided with only the mass of solute and solvent. So first we will calculate the mass of solution. That is equal to 72 plus 200 comes out to be 272 grams. Now substituting the values, mass of solute is 72 upon mass of solution, that is equal to 272 into 100. So the answer is 26.4%. This is how you can calculate the concentration of solution. Coming to the second numerical, it is what is the concentration of solution which contains 16 grams of urea in 120 grams of solution. That means in this question we have to find out the concentration and the mass of urea. Urea here is your solute. So mass of solute, that is urea, is equal to 16 grams as per the question. And it is dissolved in 120 grams of solution. That means now in this question you have been provided with the total mass of the solution, that is urea plus water, so which is equal to 120 grams. Apply the formula, concentration is equal to mass of solute upon mass of solution into 100. Substituting the value, you will get that 16 upon 120 into 100. Apply your mathematics. After solving, your answer will be 13.3%. Coming to third question. How much water should be added to 15 grams of salt to obtain 15% salt solution? That means now we have to calculate the mass of water, that means solvent. So we have to calculate the mass of solvent which is required in 15 grams of salt. That means mass of salt, that is solute, is 15 grams as per the question, and the concentration is also given in the question, that is equal to 15%. So we are assuming that mass of solvent is equal to x grams. We are just assuming x grams. So apply the formula, concentration is equal to mass of solute upon mass of solution into 100. Substituting the values, concentration is equal to 15, mass of solute is 15 grams, and mass of solution, now solution is made up of solute and solvent, so your denominator will have x plus 15. That means x is the mass of solvent and solute is 15 grams. So I can write 15 plus x into 100. So after solving, cross multiply, 15 whole multiplied by 15 plus x is equal to 15 into 100. 15 on both the side will cancel out, or you can take that 15 into the denominator, so they will cancel out, and your equation will become x is equal to 100 minus 15. So after solving we will get 85 grams. So x, we have assumed the mass of solvent, so here 85 grams of water should be added to 15 grams of salt to obtain 15% salt solution. Next numerical, question number 4. Solution contains 5.6 ml of alcohol mixed with 76 ml of water. calculate the concentration of the solution. That means we have to calculate the concentration. Alcohol is provided in the value that is ml. So ml is the unit to measure the volume. So now instead of using mass, we will use the volume. So volume of solute, it will be more appropriate. You can write mass of solute also, but try to use volume because it is more appropriate. So volume of solute, and in bracket our solute is alcohol, that will be equal to 5.6 ml, and this alcohol is mixed with 76 ml of water. That means now again ml is there, so volume of solvent, that is water, is equal to 76 ml. So as to find out the concentration of the solution, we require the volume of solution. So volume of solution will be the sum of the volume of alcohol and water. So we will calculate 5.6 plus 76 comes out to be 81.6 ml. Applying the formula of concentration of the solution, as we have discussed in so many numericals, that it is equal to mass of alcohol upon mass of solution into 100. But as per this question, we are not provided with the mass, so I will substitute volume instead of mass. So I will be using the second formula, that is more appropriate. So concentration of solution is equal to volume of alcohol upon volume of solution into 100. That means mass is just replaced by volume. So now substituting the values, volume of alcohol is 5.6 and volume of solution that we have calculated is 81.6 multiplied by 100. So your answer will be 6.86%, because we have already done the definition of concentration. It is defined as the amount of solute present in a given quantity of solution. So this is how we can solve the numericals based on concentration. Coming to the fifth question, it says that how much water should be added to 12 ml of alcohol to obtain 12% alcohol solution. That means again we have to calculate the volume of water. Why I am saying volume? Because whole data has been provided in the unit of ml, so I am using the term volume, that will be more appropriate. So here, as per the question, you have been provided with volume of alcohol, that is solute, which is equal to 12 ml, and concentration as per the question is 12%. Volume of water we have to calculate, so I have assumed it as x ml. I am applying the formula, concentration is equal to volume of alcohol upon volume of solution into 100. So now substituting, concentration is equal to 12, volume of alcohol is 12, and now volume of solution. Solution means solute plus solvent. So solute is 12 ml and solvent is x ml. So I will add the 2 in the denominator. It will become x plus 12 and whole multiplied by 100. So after solving, cross multiplying, 12 whole multiplied by x plus 12 is equal to 12 into 100. 12 on both the side will cancel out and your equation becomes now x is equal to 100 minus 12, that is equal to 88 ml. So this is how you can solve this numerical. Question number 6. If 25 ml of acetone is present in 150 ml of its aqueous solution, then calculate its concentration. That means again we have to find out the concentration. Now we have been provided with 25 ml of acetone. That means volume of acetone is equal to 26 ml. I have done this numerical as per the 26 value. You can just make a change in the question itself. It will be if 26 ml of acetone is present in 150 ml of its aqueous solution, then calculate its concentration. You can make a change here in the question. So volume of acetone is 26 ml. Volume of solution is equal to your 150 ml, because 25 ml of acetone is present in 150 ml of its aqueous solution. That means 150 ml is the total solution, volume of solution. So applying the formula, concentration is equal to volume of acetone upon volume of solution into 100. After substituting the values, 26 upon 150 into 100 comes out to be 17.3 15%. Student, just make a change in the question that if 26 ml of acetone instead of 25, you can make the change, that is 25, change it by 26. So if 26 ml of acetone is present in 150 ml of its aqueous solution, then calculate its concentration. Now coming to the 7th question, it says that at 20 degrees Celsius, 4.1 grams of sugar dissolves in 2.4 grams of water to form a saturated sugar solution. So find the solubility of sugar. Now in this question we have to calculate the solubility. Now what is solubility? The maximum amount of solute that is present in 100 ml or 100 grams of solvent at a specific temperature is called solubility. So solubility has 3 major things. One, the maximum solute should be there. The mass of the solvent should be equal to 100 grams, and this condition should take place at a specific temperature. So as per this question, you have been provided the temperature is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. 4.1 grams of sugar is dissolved. That means the mass of sugar which is dissolving in 2.5 grams of water to make a saturated sugar solution. So you can write this in the unitary form, that is 2.5 grams of water dissolves how much grams of sugar? So 2.5 grams of water dissolves 4.1 grams of sugar. In the next statement, why I am taking 100 grams of water? Because we have to calculate the solubility, and in the definition of solubility we mention as the mass of water, that is a solvent, is always equal to 100 grams. So 2.5 grams if it dissolves 4.1 grams, then 100 grams of water will dissolve 4.1, denominator में जाएगा 2.5 into 100. This is the unitary method. 4.1 upon 2.5 into 100. So after solving, then answer will be 164 grams of sugar. That means the solubility of sugar is equal to 164 grams, and the solubility has a unit equal to gram. Now question number 8, it says that the solubility of a common salt at 30 degrees Celsius is 100. That means solubility is 100. That means 100 grams of water will dissolve 100 grams of common salt at 30 degrees Celsius. So I have written the first line as per the statement, 100 grams of water, this is as per the definition of solubility. So 100 grams of water dissolves 100 grams of salt, that is common salt only. Now what amount of water is required to prepare a saturated solution of 1 kg of salt? That means we have to calculate the water that is required to prepare a saturated solution of 1 kg of salt. We know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. You can see in the second line I have just reversed the statement. If 100 grams of water dissolves 100 grams of salt, then I can also say it like this: 100 grams of salt is dissolved in 100 grams of water. So I have just twisted the sentence or the statement that 100 grams of salt is dissolved in 100 grams of water. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So that means we have to find that how much water is required to dissolve 1 kg of salt, and 1 kg is nothing but 1000 grams of salt. If 1000 grams of salt has to be calculated, then you can apply the unitary method. 1000 grams of salt is dissolved in is equal to 100 upon 100 multiplied by 100 grams of water. 100 will get cancelled and your answer will be 1000 grams of water. I have written it here 100. Just make the change. Make it 100. Sorry, make it 1000. It will be 1000 grams of water. Answer will be 1000 grams of water. Now, question number 9. It says that if 70 grams of saturated solution of sodium nitrate in water at 30 degrees Celsius contains 15 grams of solute, then find the solubility of sodium nitrate at that temperature. You have been provided with 70 grams of saturated solution. That means solution is there. So that means mass of solute and solvent. So first, if I read the whole statement, it says that if 70 grams of saturated solution of sodium nitrate in water at 30 degrees Celsius contains 15 grams of solute, that means mass of solute will be 15 grams. 70 grams is mass of solution. So what will be the mass of solvent? That is equal to 70 minus 15, because solution is solute plus solvent. So solvent will be solution minus solute. That will be equal to 55 grams. So as per the statement, 55 grams of water now dissolves 15 grams of solute, and to find out the solubility we require 100 grams of water. So we will apply the unitary method again. 100 grams of water will dissolve 15 upon 55 into 100. By simply calculating, your answer will be 27.27 grams of solute. So this is the solubility of sodium nitrate at 30 degrees Celsius. Coming to the last question, that is question number 10. It says that what weight of sodium nitrate will separate when a saturated solution containing 50 grams of water is cooled from 50 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. As we have discussed in the previous class, that whenever we cool the saturated solution, then crystallization process occur. So from 50 degrees Celsius, we are now cooling the solution to 30 degrees Celsius. That means we are decreasing the temperature, or we can say that we are cooling the saturated solution. So in this question you have been asked that how much weight of sodium nitrate will separate, that means crystallization process कितने sodium nitrate mass का होगा when a saturated solution containing 50 grams of water is cooled from 50 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. So here 50 grams of solvent is there, and we have to find out the crystallization process, how much mass of sodium nitrate will separate out. In the second sentence, you can see that we have been provided with the solubility. The solubility of sodium nitrate at 50 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius is 114 grams and 86 grams. So solubility means, now coming to the solution, solubility means 100 grams of water will dissolve at 50 degrees Celsius. I am considering the first case. It is equal to 114 grams. आपको क्वेश्चन में 50 ग्राम्स वाटर का निकालना है, तो स्टेटमेंट से पहले मैंने लिख लिया 100 ग्राम्स ऑफ वाटर विल डिजॉल्व 114 grams of sodium nitrate at 50 degrees Celsius. Then by unitary method I have calculated for 50 gram of water will dissolve at 50 degrees Celsius, that is equal to 114 upon 100 multiplied by 50. In the second line, just make a change that 50 grams of water will be there. Instead of NaNO3, just cut it and you can write water. So 50 grams of water will dissolve at 50 degrees Celsius equal to 114 upon 100 multiplied by 50. So after solving you will get 57 grams. So that means 50 ग्राम पानी में कितना आपका सोडियम नाइट्रेट डिजॉल्व होगा, 57 grams. Considering the second state, that is the solubility of sodium nitrate at 30 degrees Celsius is 86 gram as per the question. So I will write 100 grams of water dissolves at 30 degrees Celsius, that is equal to 86 grams. तो 50 grams water के लिए निकाल लेंगे हम, that is equal to 86 upon 100 multiplied by 50 comes out to be 43 grams. तो 50 grams water 50 डिग्री सेल्सियस पर 57 ग्राम सॉल्ट डिज़ोल्व करता है और 30 डिग्री सेल्सियस पर 43 ग्राम्स डिज़ोल्व करता है. सो द मास ऑफ सोडियम नाइट्रेट विच अंडरगो द क्रिस्टलाइजेशन प्रोसेस व्हेन टेम्परेचर इज डिक्रीज, जब आप टेम्परेचर को कम करेंगे 50 से 30 पर लेकर जाएंगे तो क्रिस्टलाइजेशन प्रोसेस होगा. तो 50 डिग्री पर 57 डिज़ोल्व हो रहा था, 30 डिग्री पर 43 ग्राम्स डिज़ोल्व हो रहा था. यू जस्ट सब्ट्रैक्टेड और जितना पार्ट आएगा वो वाला पार्ट क्रिस्टलाइज हो जाएगा ऑन कूलिंग, दैट इज फ्रॉम डिक्रीजिंग द टेम्परेचर फ्रॉम 50 डिग्री सेल्सियस टू 30 डिग्री सेल्सियस. सो योर आंसर विल बी 57 minus 43 comes out to be 14 grams. So this 14 gram is the mass of sodium nitrate which undergo the process of crystallization to separate, that means it will separate from the saturated solution of sodium nitrate and water containing 50 grams of water. So this is my answer, that is equal to 14 grams. Thank you class.